Hi, my name is Samantha Emrine, and I'm the Director of Literacy Initiatives for Family Inc., and I run the Southwest Iowa Raise Me to Read program. Raise Me to Read is a community-based initiative focused on early learning and literacy in the metro area. Did you know that an investment in early literacy, kindergarten readiness, and third grade reading proficiency makes a child 4 times less likely to drop out of high school? We're so excited to have you join us for a very special reading of Amy Wu and the Patchwork Dragon by Zhang. In this book, Amy Wu must create a dragon to show her classmates after her teacher reads them a story about dragons in story time. But nothing quite feels right for Amy. Later that night, Grandma reads Amy a story and sparks some inspiration. Let's listen as Amy learns to embrace herself and show her classmates her inner dragon.
Amy Wu and the Patchwork Dragon.
During story time, Miss Mary reads Amy's class a book about dragons.
Dragons that hoard treasure. Dragons that blow fire. Dragons that fight knights in gleaming armor.
Afterward, she tells everyone to make their own dragons. Make them special, she says. Make them yours. Sam draws a dragon with enormous teeth. He crafts the wings from postage stamps. Willa sculpts a dragon with a big fat belly. She strings daisies for the tail.
Amy paints a dragon with a long, thin body. It has horns like a stag and claws like an eagle. Are you sure that's a dragon? Asks Sam. It doesn't look like a dragon, adds Willa.
Amy says. Maybe they're right. Amy scribbles with her pencil and doodles with her crayons. She glues beads to the paper and some to her hair. Bits of dragons emerge, dragons with shiny green scales, dragons with leathery wings. They look great. They look just like the dragons in Miss Mary's book. But none of them work. None of them feels quite right. These dragons are not the dragons Amy wanted to make.
Time to clean up, says Miss Mary. I'm not done, cries Amy. The rest of the class put their dragons on the show and tell table. But there's nothing from Amy. Nothing at all.
Willa and Sam come over after school, but Amy can't even smile. Oh dear, says Amy's grandma. Why the sad face? So Amy tells her. Her grandma gets a twinkle in her eye. Come, she says, let me tell you a story.
She tells them about dragons that bring down the rain. Dragons that are wise and just. Dragons that fly without wings.
Amy runs into the attic. She remembers where she got the idea for her dragon. She pulls out something red and yellow, something with a big, fat snout and golden horns. A dragon, gasp Sam and Willa. A dragon, agrees Amy. Amy's grandma puts the costume's head, and Amy puts on the tail.
Together, they dance down the attic steps and roar through the house. Maybe you can bring it to school, says Sam.
Please bring it to school, begs Willa. Says Amy. She thinks the dragons in Miss Mary's book. She thinks about the dragons in Grandma's story. Bringing this dragon to class would be great, but there's something missing. Something to make the dragon Amy's.
After Sam and Willa go home, Amy begins to plan. She shows her sketches to her family. Will you help me, she asks.
They measure out the fabric and cut it into shape. They carve a cardboard frame and fasten the cloth. Amy knots together 3 silk scarves. Then she adds more beads and some glitter and a little more glitter just because.
Ready? asks Grandma. Amy takes a deep breath. Ready, she says. Amy comes to school with a big paper bag. The other children gather around. Is it your dragon? asks Willa. Show us, cries Sam.
Amy puts on the dragon's head. She invites Willa and Sam beneath the dragon's tail. Together, they dance through the classroom and roar between the desks. Everybody cheers. Miss Mary laughs so hard she can't even breathe.
Amy's dragon is red and yellow. It has a big fat snout and golden horns. It has enormous green wings and a tail of 3 silk scars and beads and glitter, lots of glitter. It works splendidly. It feels just right.
It is exactly the dragon Amy wanted to make.
Hello, my name is Kathleen Knudsen. I lead Raise Me to Read in Omaha, Nebraska. It has been our great pleasure to partner with Southwest Iowa Raise Me to Read and University of Nebraska Omaha Maverick PR in creation of this video for Read for the Record. From early storytelling to Norse writings to Beowulf, The Hobbit, How to Train Your Dragon, the cinema and Rava and the Last Dragon, and Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings, we love our dragons, don't we? In this story, Amy Wu and the Patchwork Dragon, we learn it is important to use one's own voice and creativity. And in this video, we have heard the voices and creative storytelling from Council Bluffs and Omaha leaders, including Mayor Matt Walsh, Mayor Jean Stothert, Dr. Bradley Ekwerekwu, Shanda Chacon, Kerron Stark, and Ramon Calzada. We thank them for sharing not only their time and talent, but also for demonstrating how important reading is to school and life success, and how delightful reading a story can be even on the busiest of days. If you want to know more about Raise Me to Read, you will find our website at raisemetoread.org. Raise Me to Read is supported by the Metropolitan Omaha Educational Consortium, Family Inc., Learning Community of Douglas and Sarpy County, Iowa West Foundation, University of Nebraska Omaha, and United Way of the Midlands. Raise Me to Read is a member of the National Campaign for Grade Level Reading.